Hey, what's up, guys? It's Drew here with the Drew Review. We're going to be going over Planet 3's EP. And so we got Greg, Jim, and Nathan here. And they're going to jam a little bit for you. Greg's over there. Can't see him on this camera, but he's on Ustream. So if you want to see everybody, open up Ustream and YouTube, and you can see everybody. So here they are, Planet 3. That was awesome. I'm gonna play Here Now. It's a song off. It's not on their EP. It's actually came after the EP, and I'll play that while we switch over to talking about their EP. So bear with us.
From what I see in these fields of energy, you glow beyond the light. You're capturing the moments where I'm free. Give me the second sight. Take it in, then let it go. Lose yourself, see where it goes. Propel me inside the tunnels where I lie. No words to say, just come here and drift away. The force so strong, it's hard to even breathe. I'm filled with disbelief. I can't control the high you've given me, intoxicating to the mind. Days move fast, feel the wind blow. Time is lost, now you don't know. Propel me inside the tunnels where I lie. No words to say, just come what may and drift away.
listen to it again. Just pause it there. All right, that was Planet 3. I'm here with Greg, Jimbo, Siambo, and Nate
Siambo.
So how you guys doing?
Excellent, Drew. How you doing?
I'm good. Get right up on the microphone, Nate.
Yeah, get all up in there, just
You
like
guys
me.
hear him?
Start making sweet love
Hey,
to
no,
it.
I don't think that microphone's plugged in.
This one?
Oh wait,
That's really funny. though.
Oh,
I
okay.
shouldn't have
Here I
said
am.
anything.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
not
plug it
plugged
in. We could share one too.
Just let them go through the whole podcast. Muted.
Okay, guys, I'm here. Don't
What's up,
worry.
Nate? How you
Microphone's
doing,
plugged
Jim?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm doing fine.
yeah.
We're all doing
I'm doing,
fine.
I'm doing fine.
Get right up on that.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
There it is. Now I can hear you.
Perfect.
For sweet nothing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So how you guys doing?
Doing great.
Great. Busy
A little tired,
Monday.
yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
tired. We had a big show this past weekend, and
Yeah.
I'm still feeling the wrath of that.
Yeah, my
Congrats.
neck kind of hurts a little bit.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
we,
jamming.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
play
thrashing.
Yeah.
ration hard. No, we play in usually it's kind of like our little homecoming place to play. It's right in East Aurora. It's in the Oakwood Plaza. It's called the Music Room, over by Del Orio's Pizzeria.
Great pizza, by the way.
We have the pizza grandwiches.
Yeah.
Is that a show
Delicious.
ritual? You got to go to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Actually, yeah,
always do.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the glass Coke bottles with
The
the
Mexican
the
ones.
Mexican Coke
Yeah.
bottles. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by Mexican? Like they
Oh, they're made in Mexico, man. I think
All
they
right.
make their Coke with brown sugar, dude.
It tastes better
Was
somehow.
that racist?
No, not at all. Unless you want it to be.
It just it all depends on your interpretation. Yeah. So listen, guys. There's a phone line you can call in 716-402-4218. So in the middle of the show, somebody might call in. Last time I was here, I was kind of like sitting in for Noah's Ark show, and this guy called in, and he had like a crank call that he was like in bed beating off.
Oh no.
Dude, it started off weird, whatever, and then it got so funny.
Yeah.
Tom, yeah, his name was Tom.
Maybe Tom will call in again.
Yeah. I hope Tom calls in
I
again.
hope
Hopefully
Bring
he's
in the
listening.
ratings.
Summoning him, but dude was crazy. But
Tom, wherever you are, if you're listening to us, please call in beating off again.
he had just listen to the podcast Noah's Ark last week. It was a great episode. But yeah, man, that jam was awesome. I missed the first half of it because I didn't have headphones, so I could hear the drummer and the bass playing. But then Greg was plugged in so that you could only.
Greg's the best part.
Oh, stop it.
That was really nice. That was really nice.
Yeah, I know. We got a good band support system. There's no Beatles thing here. No Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
No.
We're not
everybody.
backstabbing each other. It's not like Jimbo sleeping with everybody in the band.
Dude, I think it's the 3-piece thing. Like it's like a magic number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works out.
Pieces work
We
out
do
really well.
have a
Three is a magic.
we do
number.
have a live member though, a fourth member for strictly live shows. His name's
Really?
Kyle Foss. Yeah.
What does he do?
He does percussion.
Some
So like
congas and bongos.
Oh, I was thinking Grateful Dead for a second.
what?
Like two drummers.
Oh no.
Oh no, couldn't do that. But yeah, it's sick, man.
He
We
has a
got like
triangle, like
Really?
Yeah,
he
triangle
does some
solos.
progressive triangle solos.
Progressive triangle solo.
you didn't think they existed, but they totally do, and we do them at our shows. It's awesome.
Yep.
He's a great inclusion.
When did you guys?
Oh, yeah.
When did you guys have him?
It's been like a couple weeks now, right?
Yeah,
That's
really.
cool.
Maybe about a month.
Yeah,
Because
About a
my
month,
band
yeah.
actually played with you guys at the Buffalo Saloon.
yeah. That
That
was
was when I saw you guys.
Yep.
you guys killed it. Just
Oh yeah.
throwing that your
You guys-
way.
You guys killed it. You guys have a cool sound. It's like I can't really put a finger on it.
Neither can we.
No.
If I had to say something, I would say that the 90s and the 60s had a baby, and then Greg Clark,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, like I'm the illegitimate father.
Yeah.
It just kind of
Yeah.
came in. It's
What-
just
what
like
was-
I am the father. Like a
It's
little
like
Maury moment.
That last song here now, like it's got like that really like spacey sound. You know
The
what I mean?
90s ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
but like yeah, 90s ballad, but with like 60s effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time we recorded, and we really wanted to overproduce the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like on the EP, it was more or less like, oh, this is the three of us, and then there's just kind of an extra guitar, like a little bit of layering there. But that for this song, it was especially exciting because I got to do like 3 guitars and a whole Mellotron orchestra track that I composed on the spot. And
Really?
yeah,
How'd you do that? Hold on one second. I guess my mic isn't on. Can you guys hear me in your headphones?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You're there. Has it just been us talking to like a ghost the whole time?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, man.
That's weird.
Hold on, let me try this. How about now? Because I can't hear myself in the headphones. Where's Noah when you need him?
Do you want to come share a microphone with me?
No, that's all right. I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
Check,
room on the
check.
couch.
we got room over.
Check. I got
There's,
got
he's
two
got
that
2
work over
microphones
here.
over there.
I got-
Actually, can one microphone reach over here?
Let's see if this one can.
This is so funny, man.
Oh man, I'm getting tangled up here.
Is that
This one's like underneath the soundboard.
text saying turn your microphone on? It's not.
Oh, cool. It goes like underneath here.
Oh, we're sorry, folks. We're experiencing some technical
Okay,
difficulties.
We're getting there.
The man behind the podcast didn't have his microphone on or not all the way up.
Or maybe it's
So-
on and I just can't hear myself.
Just
So right now we're
Go
we're
for
trying
it.
to fix these problems.
thank you, anonymous texter.
So tell me about your car ride over here. I gave you the wrong directions, so
Oh,
That is
yeah.
correct. We had the wrong directions to this place, and yeah, it was raining out, and there was plenty of accidents along the way. I saw a woman talking to a man with his motorcycle laying on the ground.
really?
Yeah, so something obviously went down there,
All right.
and then Nate pointed out a gentleman to me, and he just had his hands on his head, and there was just 2 like cars parked on the side of the road. Just like,
Something bad happened.
oh no!
Wait, was it the same scene? Was it
No,
like...
not the same scene.
Different,
2
yeah.
separate scenes on the way here.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Whose motorcycle was it?
I'm guessing the gentleman was on the motorcycle, and then there was a woman in like a minivan. And
That's
she
what I
must have-
thought you would say.
Yeah.
But what if it was the woman who was on the motorcycle?
Oh, and just like a guy going to pick up his.
And she just
grandkids.
wears a helmet everywhere she goes,
Oh,
like
you
a
know.
motorcycle helmet.
Just riding my motorcycle in my dress, going into Buffalo, going to the noodle bar.
Well, we arrived
I
at
can
the
hear
wrong
myself.
house, and a nice, sweet old lady came, and she saw our instruments, and she didn't really know what was going on. And she's like, "Oh, the house across the street has like a couple musicians go there. Maybe you're looking for that house, but no.
Was she like an old lady or
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like
she- very
50s
sweet,
or
though.
60s.
did
At least she
offer you
answered the door.
cookies?
Yeah,
No, she offered us sex.
And I know you took her up on it. That's you
Well,
guys
that's why we were so late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I was just like, okay, Nate, Jimmy, wait. I only
Wait,
need
what's
5
that?
minutes.
That was the inspiration of the jam song you guys
Oh,
played,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Was that song you guys were jamming? Is that like a song you're like in the process of writing right
Oh
now,
no, that's
or-
like that's been a song for quite a while. That one's called Eschaton.
It's on the live album we have.
It is on a live album that we do have out there, but
Oh,
it's
cool.
just usually we started off with a jam. We started off with kind of like an improv kind of guitar solo jam, and then we just kind of shoot right into it.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's just kind of it's one that has been always evolving with just different kind of different sounds and stuff, experimenting with it. I think it's pretty much like I've got a complete sound for it in my head, but at the same time though, I always like trying new things and new guitar solos and whatnot
So it's
in there.
just constantly you're like, do you see it as like you're building on the song? Like, so you've got
I-
a foundation you're building on, or
Usually though it's kind of stupid, but like the way I perceive songs, I perceive the way I want them kind of recorded, and then when we do them live, it's kind of free game, It's kind of like going to see Hendrix back in the 60s. Like there's Hendrix recorded all of his songs, and they were like, okay, that's the way that sounds on the album. But when you went to go see him live, it's raw power. You didn't know
so
what
you
he was
guys
gonna
do that? You guys just kind of ad lib?
Oh, all the
songs?
time.
Yeah, for sure.
Constantly.
Oh, that's cool.
Almost every time for me.
yeah. Jimmy's always doing
I'm
Really?
always making up
Yeah. So
lyrics.
So when you
'cause I
guys
can't remember
record
'em.
a song, you guys just kind of go for it.
Yeah, typically. I
Yeah.
mean, I go into it like with
Wow, that's
I have an idea of like, oh, this is how I want it to be recorded. Because with recording, you can do a lot more guitars. I'm one guitarist in a band of, where essentially it's the three of us.
Mhm.
But like when going into recording, you're like, oh, I have the ability to add an acoustic here, or I play keyboards, so it's like, oh, I can do keyboards on this track as well. So that it's a lot more fun to record and get just an overproduced studio sound in comparison to when it's live. It's just like, let's do it raw. Let's take this song and we'll slow it down and we'll have it turn into this song.
Yeah.
And I think that our reason for doing that is just because you want to give people something different when they come to see a live show.
Right.
You don't
No,
want
that's cool.
you don't want people just to be like, oh, it's the way you guys played on the album.
It gives
Like,
people a
yeah.
reason to want to go out and see you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool. So, where do you guys record? Because did you record your EP at the same place, or what do you guys
no, EP we're probably on to like a year anniversary of recording the EP.
Yep, about a
Oh,
year.
really?
By now. Yeah, we recorded it. That was actually in a buddy's of mine basement out here at UB.
Oh, really?
Like, you're like, yeah. And he had a friend that had all these great mics and stuff and the software. So it was just us in a little room on a hot day. And we just cranked out 4 songs in like 7 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Just one whole day.
You guys just went for it.
straight.
Huh?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you didn't have anything planned or anything? You didn't have.
Well,
like-
it's kind of like we practice the songs the way they're laid out for the album or like for the recorded version. But at the same time, though, I have like the guitars pretty much up here. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this guitar right here, and sometimes it'll surprise these guys. They won't even know what I'm
Really?
gonna go in and do.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Do you guys like that, or does that?
I do. I embrace that, and it's quite fun. Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it just took forever because we put the record or the EP in the hands of an engineer who was gonna like produce it and make it sound good.
Oh, okay.
And the guy just kind of dicked us around for 6 months. Just I'll give you this song next week,
What?
and then he wouldn't call us back. And
So you recorded it a year and a half ago and put it out.
no, we
ago?
recorded like a year ago, and then it took him 6 months. We finally got to
Yeah.
release it in September, right?
Yep, September.
Oh, wow.
That was when we ended up finding another engineer,
That's the worst.
and that the other engineer had it done in like a week.
It was Eric, right?
Eric Hughes.
Eric Hughes. Where's
Yeah.
he from? What's he all about?
Last I heard, he's in like a lot of punk bands around UB. I haven't talked to him in a little while though, but he was in a band called Grain of Salt with the guy that produced it, named Chris Wallison, and
So they were in the same band, the two different guys?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, 2
Really?
different guys, yeah.
Did he feel like he was stabbed in the back? Like,
Oh wait, no, like, the guy the engineer that they gave it to originally, the guy that
Oh,
screwed
it's
us
a
over,
different guy.
he's a whole different guy,
Okay.
whole different dude, different game,
How'd
different
you
shit.
find these guys? Just like through somebody? Or
Yeah,
did
you know,
like, look 'em up?
We played a show with UB like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
But pretty much almost like about a year ago,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was just a good time. And they were like, "Oh, you guys are really good. We want to record you," and it just kind of worked out that way,
Cool. So what do you think, guys? You want to listen to? I think the song is Pluto.
Oh yeah,
go for
Yeah,
it.
we're just gonna go through the EP. So
That was the one we actually had a music video film for. Did you catch that?
that's right. I want to play. I'm gonna play the music video. I'm gonna pull it up while the song's playing,
Excellent.
and
Yeah.
we'll watch it. That music video is hilarious.
Yeah.
Not hilarious.
No,
I
it
don't want
is.
you to
It's
take wrong
hilarious.
Oh,
way.
it is.
is.
That's exactly what we
Like
went
I
for.
love
Yeah.
it, dude.
It's directed by Legion Reed. He's a electronic artist, more so like artist around the Buffalo
How'd
area.
you guys find him? Like,
I went to a Mac DeMarco show, and Nate was supposed to be there. Nate was late. Nate missed his performance,
I
but
did.
it was the most insane like opening act I've ever seen. Like the dude was running around like screaming in a megaphone. Had these dudes in red morph suits dancing around. He wrapped the audience in caution tape, and I'm like, this guy's awesome. And then I kind of spaced him out, and then I sent him a video of that show, and he got back in contact with me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do a music video for you." And I was like, "Great, dude, just come up with the most ridiculous idea for us."
so he came out.
Yeah,
up with
we
it?
met him
Oh,
at
yeah.
Chipotle, and he had a couple like cards with
flashcards.
flashcards with drawings.
After
on
the
them.
first two, we're like, yeah, we're sold.
Like,
yeah, we're doing it.
yeah,
man.
we're doing this.
Flashcards.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That is awesome. So before I play the whole EP or play anything from the EP, really, who writes? Like, you write all the lyrics, or
Sir
just do
Greg.
that?
Yeah, I mean the thing is I'm generally I just have I push out a lot of songs and just a lot of different ideas, but Jimmy has a lot of great songs too. Jimmy's up to like 5 songs written for
just
the band.
about 5 songs. None of them are on the EP, unfortunately. But what? Couple of them are on our live.
Yeah, we have we have 2
yeah,
songs on our live album by Jimmy, and
Yeah, if you want to go.
He does the lead vocals.
yeah, coming up like later on this month, we do want to start recording some Jimmy songs.
That's cool. Jimmy, do you sing on them?
Yes, I do actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wrote
Voice of an angel.
wrote the lyrics. Wrote
Okay.
the bass lines, and then I just kind of go to Greg and Nate for the rest. Kind of works out better that way because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm so picky, and
on guitars.
I pick out all of his music. I'm like, let's put this here, and then he's generally cool with that. I love that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
Well, it
I'm
sounds good.
imagining your voice is a little deeper than Greg's singing. Is
Oh,
it?
I can get up there.
Oh,
if I
yeah?
Oh
want
yeah,
to.
we can both get up to a nice falsetto.
That nice
Well,
harmony
'cause I know
going.
Yeah, we
Greg's
get some good harmonies.
Okay, cool. And then the one other thing before I get into the EP, I know I keep on bringing up more stuff.
No,
but
that's cool.
You got to tell me about the astronaut suits.
Oh,
First
yeah.
off, how'd you get the idea? Where did you get the suits? And when do you choose to wear them or not? Because when we played with you guys at the Buffalo Saloon, you weren't wearing them, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I wanted to see you guys in the astronaut suits, and so yeah, tell me about.
Yeah,
the
we did
astronaut
actually
suits.
did a show at the Forum recently where we didn't wear them, and the sound guy Greg was really disappointed that
Yeah, man.
we didn't do it.
Rightfully so.
It was just kind of my original idea, like going back like even more than a year ago when we just started doing this as a project. Nate and I just always spitball ideas, like especially with Jimmy. We're just going back and forth about just stupid ideas for our live show.
Uh-huh.
And I think that my original idea was like I wanted to have like chicks on stage dancing in NASA astronaut
Well,
costumes.
everybody wants that.
But,
I
like,
mean,
If you're not gonna
you don't
find
have any money.
to pay for strippers to come out to your show and dance for you, yeah, we just eventually were like, we should just do this. Nate, I think Nate was the one who was. Just
Yeah, I
like,
think I looked it up. Like, all right, where are we getting these spacesuits
Oh
from?
shit! So
And-
you guys went online and bought spacesuits.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, we went head first into it, and that first time doing it, everyone surprisingly loved it. It was like well received. We asked people like, oh, what would you think if we were to wear spacesuits live? And they're like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
you
stupid.
can't ask people about opinions. with
yeah,
Oh, no.
music.
And then we do it, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that was pretty cool." And we're like, "Okay." So that's kind of how we got to go about this band from now on.
Yep.
Just do whatever the hell we want.
We'll work it. We make it work.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes we just decide not to wear the suits live, depending on the show. Like we're not really sure. Like we never played like where was it? The Buffalo Rockin' Saloon.
Yeah, right.
So we weren't really sure how like people would receive
it.
that there, So
Like we want to be taken somewhat seriously, but
No, I
not,
got you. You
know,
don't want to make that like
sometimes.
your shtick or whatever.
Yeah.
exactly.
you.
I don't want people to constantly be like, "Oh yeah, it's the guy." I mean, granted, it is a nice little gimmicky thing, but
Yeah, you want them to say, "I saw Planet 3, not the guys and the astronauts."
yeah, exactly.
I got
Like
ya.
I want them to know that we do put our heart and soul into this music, and we practice the living hell out of it
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah. And,
All right,
oh,
go ahead. No,
yeah.
sorry, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. And another thing is we kind of don't want to be known for just spacesuits too. We want to try and just
might be more
expand our
costumes.
horizons on ideas and stuff like that. So
We're thinking about other suits, like
Yeah.
maybe like a
Gorilla
Matrix
suits.
themed live show.
Yo, who's gonna shave their head and be Morpheus?
Oh, that'll be me. I gotta be Morpheus, dude.
That's awesome. Well, nobody go on stage blackface. Trust me. I've tried it.
Oh no.
No. It was Halloween. I thought it would be funny.
Oh.
They didn't pay us. I got beat up.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna play Pluto off of Planet 3's EP called
Planet 3 EP?
Planet 3 EP. That's what I
Self-titled.
I just want to make sure that I'm not like seeing the title. It's kind of like when a guy does a solo the same way, like twice, like he does a lick in a solo and he does like exactly the same again. It's just like, I don't know. I love when that happens. You know what I'm talking about? No, not at all.
No,
It's all
no.
right. Here's Pluto. That's hilarious.
such a waste of space. So come in, let me out now. All these days leaving trains, still nothing has changed. Can anybody hear me now? You're like the power of the sun. It's this place you will take it from. You've got Mother Nature's eyes, and you're in control of the skies.
Like this too. I think so.
Yeah.
You can keep me warm and you can save me from the storm. So come here and let me out
Check,
now.
check.
Surrounded by the rain, it can drive a man insane. Can you hear me now? You're like the power of the sun. It's this place you will take it from. You've got Mother Nature's eyes, and you're in control of the skies. You're like the power of the sun. It's this place you will take it from. You've got Mother Nature's eyes, and you're in control of the skies. You're like the power of the sun. It's this place you will take it from. You've got Mother Nature's eyes, and you're in control of the skies.
And 3. All right, that was Pluto, and we got the original microphone back up and running
Oh yeah.
because you can see Noah there.
Thank you,
Taking care
Noah.
of me. He's got my back from the Noah's Ark show. Actually, Planet 3 is going to be on the Noah's Ark show on May
It might be the third.
4th or
Fourth?
2nd or 3rd or something.
One of those days.
We got to
So,
get our shit
Just
straight.
look for it. Yeah.
Basically, in
We're
the
arriving
beginning,
late.
Eyes open.
if you guys like this podcast, well, if you guys like them on this podcast, in the beginning of May, just kind of
There'll be more of
check
us.
your iTunes to see if there's a new Noah's Ark show. That's my advice. So, yeah, let's get into the song. Tell me about the song. Like, what is it about? You wrote it, Greg. So
Pluto. Pluto was one of those songs I just kind of pulled out of my pocket. Like it's like pocket lint. Been sitting in there forever. I wrote the song back when I was a sophomore in high school.
oh wow,
This is like way before I even met you. I met you when I was like started going to ECC in like 2001.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah.
like going back to like 2008. I wrote Pluto. And I even recorded. There's a terrible version of it out there somewhere on
really?
MySpace.
don't worry, nobody goes on MySpace.
Yeah, no one does.
Not
No.
even Tom, the creator.
Yeah. He's on Facebook now. But yeah, it was at that kind of like that period where I think I was really sick because I was just having like a writer's block, you know, because when I went into this band, I was like, I'm gonna start writing music where like I'm gonna pull out a riff that is not necessarily something that I like, you know, because like I have a lot of musical influences and a lot of stuff I'm trying for, and this was kind of where I was like, I'm gonna try use the stuff that I discard and see if
Yeah.
I can make that into something better.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of is Planet 3. But I just yeah, for Pluto, I was like, yeah, we should just do the song Pluto that I wrote forever ago, and it kind of became our own new little rendition of it, like certain keyboard parts from the really old crappy version, like translated into the guitar parts on the song.
Yeah, I was
and-
actually going to ask you that. So, do you guys use any kind of digital effects or anything on any of your songs, or is it all guitar? Because there's so many different sounds that you guys produce. But is it all guitar? Or?
A lot of it is I have tons of effects pedals. That like a couple of years ago, I was just an eBay junkie looking for all these boutique pedals and buying all this stuff. And Jimmy's got like tons of bass pedals now, and he's striving for all these new thick bassy distorted
Oh my
tones.
god, dude!
yeah.
Your jam session, I love that thick bass, like that fuzz. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, that's got to be my favorite pedal right there. It's the El Grande bass fuzz.
El Grande
Thing,
bass
it
fuzz.
produces so much power yet
Mucho
fuzz and-
tasty.
oh yeah.
But yeah, so I leave a lot of effect stuff up to the guitar. But for the EP, as far as like if some sort of engineered sounds, those were all Eric. Eric kind of would take some of the guitar parts and morph them just a little bit, like with panning. And at the end of the one song, Donor, he did like this reverse echo kind of delay thing that was really a treat for us. Like we get to hear that and be like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
it turned
that's-
out really
So
nice.
he was like, "Check this out," and he just did it, and you guys were like, "Oh, keep that."
Oh
Basically,
yeah,
yeah.
we're incredibly open minded to anybody, especially like Here Now that you played earlier. When we recorded that was a lot of just like first takes, not really knowing, because we kind of went into that like a little bit blind. Like I was like, oh, I'm not gonna plan out the guitar solo,
Yeah.
and we did like just a few takes, and I told the music room, because he produced that song for us.
Okay.
I told him, I was like, yeah, you can take out like the best parts of what you think. And I think he ended up just leaving stuff whole for me, like it was a real treat, because I was worried I was going to have to go back and re-record all this stuff, like even the Mellotron orchestra, but it all worked out great.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy shows up late. Jimmy shows up late to everything. Shows up late to practice. We have a show, and he's like, "Yo, guys, I'm working like till 9 tonight." We're like, "Jimmy, the show's at 8."
When you get that text back,
Yeah.
until 9.
So like, yeah, Nate and I are like struggling recording the song, and Jimmy shows up with the bass and just lays down the bass line in
Just
2
rips it
takes,
out.
rips it out, and he's just like, "Is that good? Is that okay?"
That's cool though, man.
That's just Jimmy
He does
for
his
you.
job.
Jimmy, what
Amazing.
turned you on to that fuzzy sound? Like, do you have influences based on that sound? Because I love that bass sound from specific bands where I'm like, oh, I love that sound. So
I think it was like listening to Muse and just and listening to all the different effects that the bass has on some of those songs. It was I think he uses like a big muff pie on some of those, but
Big
I
Muff
found
Pie.
I found this one, and it was loud and obnoxious, and
Just the way we
was-
like it.
yeah, I got a small muff pie pedal. So
Very nice. The small muff.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
keep-
mini muff.
the mini muff. Yeah, it's great too, because with him doing that, it's such a big backdrop for the one guitar. One that's like about live sometimes with the 2 guitars. There's like an unbalance between the 2,
Yeah.
depending on the sound guy. So
Right.
with just us 3 being up there, and it really gives each and every one of us like our it allows our sound to shine through, and nothing's overcrowding anything else.
yeah, and then we get to also play as a band too. Like we kind of have to make things work to get a different sound, to produce a like a bigger sound live.
Yeah.
Like I
Being
work
a
with
three-piece,
I work with Nate a lot to just timing different hits with the bass drum and other tom work and whatnot, and
That drum and bass duo.
we kind of gotta like sew it all together. It can't
Right. Especially
all-
being a
the sound
three-piece, and I could tell just from you guys jamming that you guys have your hits down, like you're saying, like you guys are really in tune. It shows. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
So-
we don't just write songs and just like, okay, that's done. You know, it's like still even like just like Pluto and all the songs from that first EP that we recorded a year ago. They still evolve.
I play
for
the drum
live
track
show.
completely different on Pluto.
Really?
Nothing is the same that we just listened to.
And
Yeah.
real quick, what like as far as lyrics go, do you have a meaning?
Oh, behind Pluto? Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you asked that, and
No,
I
that's
completely
fine.
neglected
Just 'cause
that.
I like to know.
Oh,
Because sometimes
absolutely,
You have
yeah.
no idea.
Oh, yeah, I try not to write any lyrics that are personally about myself or I guess, and nothing too obvious where it's like, oh, I really broke my heart today and the tears are flowing every way. Like I don't
Simple Plan.
yeah, I try to avoid that completely. I try to avoid, you know, music that is specifically about me, and I think about concepts like, Pluto is basically the concept behind that. It's called Pluto. I'm thinking about like a man who's just trapped on a planet, you know, and he's confined, you know, like in this little pocket of this planet, and you know he's waiting for someone to take him away from there to rescue him, and that's where those lyrics get to come in, where it's like you're like the power of the sun, you know, it's this place
Dude,
you'll
that's
take me
pretty
from.
fucking badass.
Yeah, it was
You see what that just did? Like anybody who heard that song is gonna listen back to it and be like, "Whoa!"
yeah,
I know I will. for
I wrote
sure.
that song on a rainy day, and it's like there's nowhere to go right now, and you know, you just kind of, if you're trapped at home, you're just like, and at the time I can't drive. I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm like, you know, someone could just take me out of this place right now, and so I guess there is sort of a personal connection in there, but I try to
deflect it.
deflect it.
Oh, that's cool. I respect that.
And the song from the jam session is called Eschaton, and that's just basically about aliens invading the Earth and shit's going down. You know.
The shit is going down. All right, guys. Here's my segue into Cells. No, but this is next song is Cells by Planet 3. Check them out on Facebook, and we're on their Bandcamp.
That song is about cancer, but from the Cells perspective.
For real?
Yeah, it's almost like it's the battle within your body, and they're waging war against you.
Were you watching Osmosis Jones that week?
Oh yeah, dude, love me some Chris Rock. Phenomenal voice actor. Can't miss him.
Here it is, guys. Cells by Planet 3. And here it is, guys. Cells.
We should just put the music video of Osmosis Jones.
I don't hear the time.
Or we can do that in our backdrop.
We can't get back at the cell. Let's work together now. Divide, conquer, and swell. Let's work together now. Invading the tissue now. Let's work together now. The body will disavow. Let's work together now. Coughing the symptoms out. Let's work together now. It's ours to overcrowd. Back at the cell. Let's work together now. Divide, conquer, and swell. Let's work together now. Invading the tissue now. Let's work together now. The body will disavow. Let's work together now. Coughing the symptoms out. Let's work together now. It's ours to overcrowd. Let's work together now. Diseases spreading all throughout. The body's sweating. The light us about. The toxins are coming in. Let's work together now. The hatred of Algorithm. Let's work together now. It's trying to fix the chain. Let's work together now. It's wearing down the brain. Let's work together now. Planning the attack. Let's work together now. For every loose in that. Let's work together now. Radiation took us out. Disease, the disease up throughout. Enjoy your free mission day. Will
All right, guys, that was Aces Flying, but that was before that. Cell, you guys heard Cell play about 2.5 times. So
Something like that.
no, but that was an awesome song. It was if I don't say it myself, pretty raw.
Yeah,
Pretty
very
driving.
raw. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dry, raw, just ODB.
It was awesome. I like that song. I was just telling the guys that I was listening. I was like blaring it in my car today, and it's always weird when you get to like a stop, like a red light, and you're like, "Should I lower it?"
You know,
Because I had the windows down because it was warm out today.
yeah, 80 degrees, and then there's just like some girl pulling up next and listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
Shake it off. And you're like,
Exactly.
this doesn't mix.
So now that you guys already told me what the song's about, basically,
Yeah,
the
it's
thing I
just,
have to say about that song, or just all your songs really, is I like that you don't have like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's no cookie cutter. You guys just, on the drop of a dime or pin or whatever the expression is, you guys just change like the whole.
We love those
style of the
changes.
song.
well, yeah, and you know, music can get really just like boring when it's cookie. I mean, personally, I do love cookie cutter kind of songs too. You know, a lot of classics are that way. A lot of Beatles, you know,
Yeah.
just ABC, and it's just with when you throw the form completely out of the window, you can kind of create just, you know, very very interesting music from one point to the next. And it's nice to throw people off from what they expect. You know, a lot of great movies are like that. So
Yeah, good Tarantino film.
exactly, you know, we love Tarantino movies.
Oh, yeah.
So that's definitely, you know, I was, when I was younger, I used to want to like write screenplays and make movies, but you know, it's much easier for me to do that with music. You know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I basically did exactly the same thing myself.
Yeah.
I have like stupid movies I made in like high school, like on YouTube, that I thought were cool. At the time,
Really?
kind of
You're
thing.
gonna have to
Yeah.
post those up for
Maybe
us.
one day. Maybe. No,
Search
but
the buttholes of YouTube for Andrew
Exactly.
Fera's classic movies.
no, but seriously, like I
It
know
was
what you mean.
2004.
It's just a lot easier and it flows better when you're doing music than having to like film something and cut it up and edit it and all that.
Oh yeah, and you know, I guess music, sound is. I think it's something. It's easier for me to personally morph around. Like I know a lot more about doing that than I would per se doing like camera work or cinematography and all that. You know?
I kind of always thought that like people that don't know how to play music listen to it differently than somebody who does know how to play music.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, so when you're expressing yourself with music, for me, it's just such a I'm sure for you guys too, it's just a natural thing. It's just what you do. It just feels good. It sounds good. You could like bottle a feeling and then open it up later and listen to it.
Oh yeah.
So like, but you can't really do that with anything else that I could think of. And I think that that's like one of the things that attracts most people to music.
Oh yeah, and
know?
no, you can. Sometimes I think you can hear when something comes from like the heart and it's pure and organic,
Right.
rather than just like, oh, this was just kind of made in a studio and we're just kind of pushing this out there.
Right.
I mean, not to be like accusing other bands of doing that. Like, yo, you're just you're putting out.
No, I don't
Bullshit,
think
but-
that's anybody's goal ever, even anyways. But I know what you're saying. Totally.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep moving here. This next one's called Aces Flying.
Yeah, this is the first song that I wrote for the band.
Really?
First song we ever did.
Yeah.
First song we ever did.
How'd you guys write it? Just on the.
Oh,
the
that was
fly?
just basically I just kind of
Same
came
thing.
up with a bizarre song and was like, we're gonna do this, and then yeah,
Slowly
cool,
formed
man.
together.
yeah.
Nice. Let me play it.
Toast.
Yours hand is on its way. Yes, my service has been paid. And they said, son, you wanna lie, you're gonna die. I just wanna fly into the skies. Going up, going up, going up. All these wings and fly, don't lose the fight. The cloud comes high, higher the fly. Let's not die, and burn too wide. If I go down, please open up the eyes. Going down, going down, going down. Oh, these wings and fly, don't lose the fight. The bees from high, still they die. Ship in my hands, will surely land. Sailing down the ocean that surrounds.
All right, guys, that was Aces Flying by Planet 3. I'm here with them. I got Greg Clark,
Yep.
Jimbo Siambo,
Hola.
and Nate Zach.
Hey, yo.
Nate plays drums. Jimbo plays bass.
That thick bass.
That thick bass.
Fuzzy bass.
That Muse bass. They
So
will
come
not control. Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And yeah, so Ace is Flying. One thing when I was listening to it the first time, I was like, man, Greg kind of sounds like Elliott Smith on this song.
Elliott
know-
Smith. Who's Elliott Smith?
He's the guy that he's like he plays all his CDs are just him playing acoustic. He's the have you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
If it's not the whole movie he's on the soundtrack, it's definitely the end when he's driving to go get that
Oh, okay.
girl and is playing Angelus, I think.
All right. Yeah.
Dude, he's awesome. I love Elliott Smith. He actually like stabbed himself to death.
What?
I swear to God.
I promise you, Drew, I will not do that.
No, I don't. Yeah, dude, you're not like that.
I want to continue making music for you as long as I can.
Do it. I need you guys back on the show. You put up with my bullshit. No, but seriously, like the first time I heard it. So you should listen to Elliott Smith, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about because you sing that song differently. I don't know if it's because you recorded it first because it's your first song, but I can hear your voice is different a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of Elliott Smith a little bit.
There was some effects on the
Oh yeah.
vocals, right?
I ran my vocals through my flanger pedal to kind of get like a bit
okay.
of a different kind of like a little
Yeah.
vibrato kind of going in there because that song it's a little high in my range, so I tend to be a little weaker. I've gotten a little bit better at singing it for
Yeah.
live, but yeah, that was the day we recorded that. Like we did all the vocals last in like single takes,
Really?
and I'd been smoking cigarettes like
Yeah, I know
a
how that
fiend
goes.
all day, just being nervous about recording that first EP, and
Oh,
then it's like,
totally.
oh, I gotta do the vocals. I sound like Joe Rivers.
Let me put this flanger on.
But yeah, that was the first song I wrote for the band. Nate and I were kind of jamming on it, and then Nate was like, "Oh, I got bassist friend that I know lives down the road, and he should come play with us." And then Jimmo just kind of came in, and I showed him like a couple bass lines to play. What was that like for you? I mean,
it was a little weird. Well, I don't know. You guys perceive it as I'm the new guy, and I think that you're the new guy because
Well, yeah,
Nate have been
you
playing
jam
for a
with Nate.
while. Yeah, but no, I think I'm the new guy in the group because you guys came to me, or well, Nate did.
Yeah, me and
He's
Greg
like-
weeks for weeks beforehand.
Yeah, and then-
yeah,
let's
we
get Jimmy over.
we sorted our stuff out before we included
You guys
Jimmy.
are from Marilla, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
You guys
yeah.
all live in the same area.
We're
then?
lucky that we live within 2 minutes of each other.
Oh, that's
all
cool.
three of us.
So you guys just carpooled here?
Jimmy skateboarded over
Yeah.
my house today.
yeah. Except it's weird because Jimmy's 2 hours late to practice.
Two to 3 hours.
When he
after
lives,
practice.
2 minutes away. So we managed though. We're lucky he's so handsome and his bass playing
He is.
so
What
amazing.
I said he looked like Batman. Christian
I
Bale.
remember that.
Dude,
Yeah.
you look exactly like him.
Everybody says that.
Jimmy, you got to get up and come over here so that they can see
Okay.
you on YouTube. Tell me this isn't fucking Batman in the flesh.
Just take a pose.
Here's Rachel. Who sent you?
Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Bale. How's it going? There he is.
The Terminator Salvation Man himself.
There he is.
That's why I just pulled out the worst Christian Bale movie.
So, what is Aces Flying about lyrically?
Lyrically, yeah. I was thinking about just different concepts, as I do with every song, and lyrically, that one is about a guy who's just kind of like a naval pilot in World War II, and that's why, like,
Cool.
yeah,
man.
yeah, and it's like the ship at my hands will surely land, safe and sound the ocean does surround. And then there's a little the bees from this high sting till they die, and that's like about like I always think of kamikaze pilots like bees, man. They sting you and then they're dead, So they sacrifice themselves
Jesus
to just
Christ,
mess
dude,
your
that's
shit
really
up.
deep shit. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
No,
I sit
really,
there
man.
and-
Are you kidding? That's cool.
Yeah, that's basically how all of our songs are, like generally.
I've picked up every time you say it's basically about a guy. When you say a guy, I just like, okay, so Greg.
Yeah, I'm a pilot in World War II.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I said, I think about stuff like it's a movie. Like I think about it's Cary Grant flying around up there, or it's Christian Bale, and I think of Jimmy flying up around there.
This
But,
Batmobile.
yeah, this bat wing fucking
Batwing, right?
shooting up bad
No,
guys.
that's cool with the bee though. Like when it stings you, it dies. Kamikaze.
Yeah,
So Ace is flying.
yeah. I heard back then they called them flying aces.
Okay.
Or they called them aces. That's what pilots were
Oh,
called.
Aces.
So
Okay.
I was like, oh, Ace is flying, and that was how it worked out
Cool.
with the name. Yeah, because I'm terrible at labeling the songs. So usually, like, that's the hardest part. Weirdly, is we write out the songs, and it's like, Greg, what's the name? And I'm like, I don't know. So
That's cool.
On the other hand, I
Jimmy
come
has
up
the
with
name,
the name
first.
before any of it's written. Actually,
Jimmy's
the
one
way to
song
do it.
is "Warning: Gray Matter Depleting" versus like "Cells" or "Pluto" or,
Yeah.
or "Donor."
Yeah, me, I'm just kind of like, cells. The song's about cells. Yeah, it's called cells.
That's cool though. All right, guys. So this is the last song. We've been actually going for an hour. It flew by.
Wow.
So this is the last song here. It's Donor. I'm not gonna ask you what it's about till after, so we have one thing to take it.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this one's Donor, and we got Planet 3 with us off their EP called Planet 3, and here's Donor coming up in a second.
Wait for it.
Down in my luck today. So company I would pay, knowing where she is in town. Yeah, she likes to get around. Anything you like, I can go all night. Won't put up a fight if the price is right. Angel from the back streets, worship between us. Yeah, that's ready to go. Now it's time to take it slow. Whiskey from a motel glass. Then after a moment's pass, start it all up again. Well, my mind is starting to transcend. You will see a light. Now it's just good night. It will be alright. It needs quite a price. Get in my head to think what she's swerving by together and all I can do is no more. So beautiful beneath my skin. The change is tied upon my back. Till I get my money back.
All right, guys, that was Donor by Planet 3. If you guys want to listen to this podcast later, you can download it on the All Western New York podcast on iTunes. Go on to iTunes, and then all the links are up on Facebook. If you go to Facebook to Western New York podcast, yep, all Western New York music podcast. All the Western New Yorkers in the podcast New York pod radio systems. I think that's what the link is. .com. So now that I got that macaroni and cheese out of my ear, what's Donor about, guys? Why don't you explain to everybody?
Oh wow! Well, it was amazing. Drew guessed it. You guessed what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
Donor is about a man who is just kind of having a rough day, and he picks up a lady of the night for a good time. They go to a motel, and he's having himself, but he's pacing himself. He's trying to get his money's worth, and
thinking about like gross stuff.
Oh yeah, he's just, and next thing you know, he takes his drink, and things get a little blurry, and he wakes up in a bathtub, and he has stitches on his back, and his kidney is gone. You know,
Guys,
like I said, none of this is personally about me. Like
Yeah.
that didn't happen to me. I still have two
remember
kidneys,
whenever
ladies.
Greg
It
says
really did.
there's this guy,
There's this guy.
and he went,
I
no,
always start writing like about like the girl, but I don't know the girl perspective, like for writing songs.
I tried
know.
to do that when
You had a female vocalist in your
yes,
band back
I've had
then.
2 female vocalists in my band, and I wrote the song. So I
I
did
remember that. Yeah,
I did that. I wrote a couple songs, but it's not about my band. So don't worry. I actually guessed it.
Yeah, I was. That's actually really good. Every time I show that to someone, or even have them read the lyrics right in front of me, like, typically they have some ideas, and they're like, "Oh, is it like a dude like getting laid?" Like, you're
Well,
on the-
yeah, I mean that's
you're close.
25% of it.
Yeah, that.
No, but I like that song, man. Again, you do a good job of thinking about your songs as a movie, which is really cool. In thinking of it as like making music videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And but even same like I don't think we're gonna make a music video for Donor. I don't know.
Totally should, man.
Just me waking up at all 3 of us waking up in bathtubs, like, we're like, oh
Different
man,
locations of
this
the
is how
same
I'm playing
girl.
it. Three party
in the
in?
same bathtub.
Same bathtub.
The same bathtub.
No,
It's like a Three Stooges episode gone wrong.
but yeah, it's just but at the same time, even though like that could be a very serious thing to deal with, you gotta take like a bit of a comedic route with it. Like at the end, he says, "These stitches tied up on my back. Could I get my money back?" So that's like that's the big pun of the song. Or the big, kicker for people.
The big cheese.
The big cheese. Like if you do find out what's going on, there's a nice little joke at the end there.
Is that the last line of the song?
Oh yeah.
That's
and then
cool.
it just kicks in. And
So what do you have a title for your music video?
of the music,
Is it I Don't Want to Say Goodnight?
what like
For the Pluto video?
oh, it's Pluto.
Is it Pluto? Okay.
You just type in Planet 3 Pluto on
Pluto,
YouTube,
okay.
and it'll be the first one.
All right, because they've got a super dope music video, and my microphone was turned off in the beginning. I don't know if you guys heard me talking about it or not, but they've got a music video.
Yeah, it was directed by our friend Sean Lewis, who is he's the brainchild of Legion Reed, which is like he's an electronic artist, but it's insane electronic music. It's almost like going to like a party on a copious amount of drugs, and you're not sure if you're having a good time or not. That's like how his music makes me feel, and I love it. And he's got he gets people really involved at shows. Last show we played with him, it was at Dreamland in Buffalo, which is an art gallery. We opened up for him. We did our regular thing in our spacesuits with our projection screen showing like Kubrick films behind us and Flash Gordon and all this cool stuff. And everyone's just kind of standing there observing us. But then with his show, he comes out and he wraps the whole audience and the caution tape, and he's throwing everybody around and throwing balloons at everybody. And next thing you know, he comes out with this giant inflatable bubble tube thing, and he throws it into the audience, and I got inside it and crowd surfed.
I saw a picture of that on Facebook. That was awesome.
5 minutes I crowd surfed over people in this bubble
the guy
thing.
From the Flaming Lips do that?
Yeah. It was essentially like the same concept, except Legion Reed himself was not getting in it. He's doing it up there performing his thing. So I got in the bubble,
Dude, that's so
and I was
cool.
rolling around up there for 5 minutes, and I tell you, that was a totally awesome experience. I don't understand why Wayne Coyne from the Flame Lips would do it at every show. It's incredible,
so cool.
just getting rolled around and everybody just lifting you up.
Dude, that is so cool.
It was a total treat. I hope to relive that experience someday.
How did you get in it?
Oh, it's just like it wasn't like the same bubble as like the guy from Flame. It's more like a tube. Like
It's like a pool.
Yeah, like a
Like
pool
pool.
toy.
Like a pool
Oh.
toy. or
it was like a
something.
pool
It's
toy
a
that you could get
huge-
inside of and run around in the water.
Oh, wow, like
So
a
it-
hamster.
Yeah, so it had like a little hole in it that I crawled in and just
Oh, that's
held on for
cool.
dear life
like
and just rolled around. And like 3 minutes in, I'm like, this is super fun. Then 5 minutes in, I'm like, I'm a little scared right now. I've been up here for
You
5
gotta trust
minutes.
people.
But they let me down, and it was just an awesome show. But yeah, I hope that we get to eventually do a show with him again and get to experience everything that we've done before. Yeah, we're currently
I'll just direct.
looking for the music video. You know, Drew is just leaving
Yeah,
me
I
with
was
the
just trying to-
microphone.
Sorry, I was trying to see if I could get their music video.
I could start out talking about the synthesizer with the VCOs and this oscillating, and you take the cutoff and the
Nice.
peak, and you get this analog ribbon. It's a monophonic synthesizer, and I hooks it up to the Royal Babies, and I perceive the show being very organic, like a freshly squeezed orange juice. Yeah,
You're like the teacher from Ferris Bueller, like in Germany though.
okay, all right, there that. Yeah, that's my alter ego, Franz.
I
He
like
comes out
Franz.
sometimes.
He comes out
Next time you guys come back for Noah's show in May.
Franz has been out for like an
Franz
hour
gotta-
before, just straight.
Oh yeah, I like to
Really?
ramble for
Yeah.
an hour as
Like-
Franz. I have little synthesizers
Can you
that I
guys
play
handle
with.
Franz?
Oh yeah, we're used to him by
Yeah.
now. We embrace
Oh,
the
yeah.
Franz.
It's good, yeah.
All right, so
Franz is back.
I'm not gonna play their music video because all you guys at home would get just the audio from it. So I'm just gonna tell you guys, you definitely need to check out Planet 3's official video of Pluto. So type in Planet 3 Pluto into YouTube, and it's an awesome video. It had me like it encapsulates who they are. And so you guys might not be able to see them right now. Which why don't you guys come over, take it
Yeah, sure.
for a second so everybody can see
You guys already seen me.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean you
come-
guys
I'll
but you
come
guys
back.
haven't even seen Greg, I don't think. But so
I've got fancy glasses on, mate,
that's Gregory Clark.
with a fancy David Bowie shirt.
I saw that. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of the
The
shirt.
different sleeves. I think he was in Buffalo. Yeah, it's over my.
Sorry, my
That
face
butt
is getting in there.
Oh yeah, Buffalo. That's when Bowie was here. He doesn't come back here anymore, though. Come on, Nate. Show I'm your here. face.
This
It's
is
a really
basically a
handsome
catwalk,
Bowie.
one at a time.
Blue.
That's Nate the drummer, Planet 3.
So handsome.
And now you guys got to see Batman one more time. Jimbo Siambo. There he is. All right, guys. You guys can get back on the mics to say goodbye, but I'm going to direct you guys for sure over to Planet 3 Pluto on YouTube. If you guys are watching me right now, open up a new tab or something. Just type it in, check it out. It encapsulates who they are for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. So thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, and thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sorry
sure.
we were a little late with our rainy drive
That's
over here and
my
all
bad.
the accidents and the little old lady on the motorcycle.
That's right. That's right.
Just a lot going on today.
Yeah. So if everybody liked that, let me rephrase that, guys. If you want to get a hold of Planet 3's EP that we just went over and listened to today, guys, what's the best way for them to get it?
Oh, go on the Bandcamp. That's there's a link to that on our Facebook page. Yeah, make sure you like the Facebook page. We got
For sure,
We're
guys.
always posting up like weird little videos and interesting pictures
yeah.
of like Jimmy's floating head in space and
Yeah.
stuff. So, we kind of make it a point to make all of our music available to everybody for free, you know. So yeah, just if you can get on our Bandcamp page or our SoundCloud, it should be
Even YouTube.
SoundCloud, yeah.
or
Our
yeah,
EPs posted to YouTube, and
yeah, if you just want to stream it
Yeah.
from YouTube, you know, if you're one of those
Here
people.
Now is on there. The music video, just on our
Yeah.
our YouTube.
And if you want
profile.
to also just see us have
Yeah, I'll
random talks or see photos of us, we're also on Twitter and Instagram as well as Facebook. So
we're on all of it.
we're everywhere now.
Yeah,
One last thing, guys. Do you guys have any shows you want to plug coming up?
Well, we're doing like this kind of benefit thing called Jump for Roswell on the 19th this month. So that's this Sunday.
Yep, this upcoming Sunday.
And then after that,
That's
We
at
have the-
Sky Zone, right?
Yeah,
Sky
it's-
Zone.
Sky Zone.
Can
so-
they find all of that on your Facebook page?
Yeah, there'll be links to our events tab.
and is that available for anybody to come to? or-
I believe you have to register for it.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Well-
after that, we have the Easter Music Festival coming up.
Yeah, we actually
nice.
we won a battle of the bands to get to play there. So we're going to be playing at a bowling alley in East Aurora on the East Aurora Music Festival night. It's pretty interesting night. You get to go like from venue to venue and check all these bands, just drink a lot of alcohol. And
A lot of people go to it.
a lot of
There was
people
like
go to it.
6,000 people
Cool.
at that last year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
usually have really big events in East Aurora.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys, they're at 452 likes. There's no reason they shouldn't get to 500 by tomorrow.
Thank you,
be great.
Drew.
I'm calling
Thank
you guys out. Let's get it up to 500.
Yeah, don't be getting likes from the darknet, anyone. Just, get your own likes. from
All right, guys.
Natural, real people.
Yes.
This has been the Drew Review.
The Drew Review.
Say that
Wayne's
10 times
World.
fast.
Wayne's World. Party time.
All right, guys. Thanks, Planet 3. It's been awesome.
We love you, Drew. It's really good to see you
Thank
again,
you.
man.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. All of you, especially
Christian
Jimbo.
Bale.
Siambo. I just think of Shakira. Siambo. Jimbo. Where is she? All right,
The
guys.
Dark Knight.
I'm out. This is the All Western New York Radio Conference Webcast Network Systems.com. Check us out.
We love you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.